Mo, have you ever signed up for a phone plan and thought, wow, this is a great price, and then you get your bill in the mail and it is way higher than they advertised?
Feel like I got shammed.
That does not happen with Boost Mobile. You pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25.
5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 GB, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Me and Peeje just got word. The great Cardi B is dropping her album September 19th. She made the announcement.
Okay.
Dropped the cover and everything. We out fucking side.
Can we pull up the cover?
Yeah, no, it's just called Am I the Drama, Cardi B. We outside. Just letting y'all know.
Okay, so also on Friday.
So we got a date.
September 19th.
September 19th. Cardi B, the album. Long anticipated, long awaited follow-up to the hip-hop.
AI better not have fucking done that cover. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, they really had a crow land on her.
You did it with Owl?
Yeah, no, definitely.
So you were saying?
She looks amazing.
She looked good, yeah.
All
right, cool. Cardi B, Am I the Drama, September 19th. All right, baby D.
What's up?
That's an introspective title.
Yeah, I
like the title.
Y'all know how long I've been waiting for this. I needed follow-up.
You've been waiting just to talk shit, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Waiting to talk shit. I want to hear what Cardi's doing.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. I want to hear a full album from Cardi. I'm not waiting to talk. I'm going to talk my shit now, but I'm not waiting to talk shit. But I do want to hear what Cardi does with her sophomore project. You're coming off of the success of the first one. I say it all the time. Like, I don't know many artists, especially rap, that have had the success off of one album that Cardi has. So we definitely needed a follow-up. So now, okay, Cardi B, Am I the Drama, September 19th.
Well, also on Friday, she put out, which I assume would be the first single, Outside, without a video, which made me feel like it was rushed because I think Cardi's rollouts are best when they're paired with a visual. Record.
Probably because it got leaked originally.
I mean, she had said that this wasn't planned and this and that, but I mean, we never know with that what artists are saying. We already know that there's some rumor of issues with Atlantic already. Like, was this something you think they are forcing on her right now?
I think so.
Like, do we think Cardi feels like she's ready?
I think Cardi may have been ready. I think that they probably, whatever, because a lot of people, we know Rory because we just have these relationships, but I feel like a lot of people that were in that building when Cardi first arrived that are no longer there now are no longer there because they couldn't get this album out. So I feel like this album may have been done. A lot of the songs may have been done. They may have been fishing for a single scene, which took off, what picked up steam. You know how they play that game, like, let's throw a couple records out and see what happens, do some features, things like that. I think they was, trying to figure it out with Cardi. But I think most of this music has probably been, because Cardi alluded to the music being done for a while.
A couple times
I think they were banking on bongos being bigger than it was. Bongos was a huge
so too.
budget.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, anything Cardi does is going to be a huge budget.
Yeah.
Why do you think Bongos didn't work?
I don't know why, because I loved Bongos personally.
I thought it was a cool record.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because it was released at the wrong time. It gave Summer record. If I'm not mistaken, Bongos was released maybe a little bit later in the year.
I can't remember the exact date of when it was.
I remember it being probably around, I was at the Tizo show, probably around September of 2023 or something around that time. So, yeah, I think it would have been better as a summer record. September.
September is the summer. It's the end of the summer.
Yes, I think if they would have put it out in May, June, I think it would have been a little bit different. But I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't work.
Do y'all really believe that though?
Believe what?
That if a record is quote unquote a summer record and it doesn't drop like the beginning of the summer, like, so if it doesn't take off, you can kind of lean on that. Like, it was a summer record. They put it out the end of the. I think that good music is. I don't give a fuck what it's doing outside.
Well, I mean, anytime
because niggas gonna party and shake their ass. We done see niggas shake ass 365. If a record is big and it's dope, it don't matter what it's doing outside. Like it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, sometimes, but some records you need to hear in certain settings. That was a Caribbean-based beat. Like we needed to see women outside in the summer shaking ass to that. And I feel
but even WAP though, being in the middle of COVID still worked. Like
But WAP worked for multiple reasons. WAP was huge. Outside of it being a good song, it has huge shock value. And the video was huge shock value. Like, it was just a lot.
I mean, that's part the reason why I think bongos, I'm sure by data, like if Cardi pulled up bongos, I'm sure, yes, it worked. But we're talking about like the momentum of going into an album. Mm-hmm. I love Megan's part on bongos, but I think they were setting themselves up for fail. Like, how do you top WAP? Like, even though Megan did great on that, I think Cardi should have picked somebody else for it. Because now it's like, all right, we have our expectations at this. Mm-hmm. Are we getting WAP part 2? Like, I'll just go listen to WAP then. You're just setting unrealistic expectations when you have a single like that with the two of them together.
I can understand that. It is very hard to top.
They smoked that video, record school. Like, they did everything right, I feel like, but it just didn't connect.
I'm scared for Cardi.
I'm nervous too, just because I personally feel I don't have any information. I feel like she's being rushed right now.
Yeah, I'm nervous for Cardi for a number of reasons.
Outside they just threw it out. Like,
yeah, like it just feels weird because, again, obviously the entire label, as far as the people that have been there that probably worked on her first project, are no longer there.
They're definitely all gone.
That
might be the difference between Kaiser and Julie versus the Grange family, because they were like, all right, when Cardi's ready, we'll put this out. Grange just came in and said, yo, you putting it up. Whatever's on your hard drive, give me 14 and we're good to go.
And that's where I'm nervous because, you you can't rush the artist if the artist doesn't feel. And there's nothing worse, and you can attest to this, where you actually put music out in the marketplace. When you rush an artist and it doesn't work, that is the worst feeling for an artist, because they're like, I didn't even want to put this.
Didn't want to do this shit. Let me fail on my own.
Yeah, like I didn't even want to do this. So for that to happen, for them to put Cardi's project out. But on the flip side, maybe she is ready. Maybe she's been ready.
And yeah, she's finally getting her chances. She's
taking it. Now it's here. So now she's probably like, all right, cool. Like, let's get this shit out.
The only thing I'm nervous for when it comes to Cardi is female rap is not doing what female rap was doing when Cardi first dropped her album. No one is, right? No. That wave has kind of, I don't want to say it's over, but the way things are marketing wise and the success that their singles are having and their albums are having, like off first week, it's a completely different trajectory.
The dominance is gone.
Yes, the dominance is gone. And what I don't want for her is for her to not reach what she did previously, because that's just very unlikely for anybody to reach what she did previously as far as the success of that first album, because that was an anomaly. It's not like, oh, I can do this and let me get better. Like, it was like, no, you hit one hell of a lick. You had the perfect album at the perfect time and the perfect climate for female rappers. Like, it was literally the perfect storm for that album to do what it did. And there's a good chance that no matter how good this one is, it won't hit that. And I don't want the criticism that she's going to get from people who don't know anything about the music industry or the way that music is selling right now to get to her and it stifle her creativity or make her not even want to be an artist anymore, because we do know how sensitive Cardi is. So that's what I'm scared for. Do I think the album will do well? Yes. Do I think it'll do well first week? Not if they don't fix this rollout. But I do think that Cardi is known for making good music, and I think over time the sales will grow the same way that Doechie's did and that Lotto's did or whatever. But I just don't want her to pay attention to metrics that don't really matter, that the stands and the fans are pushing on her, and for her to feel like she failed personally. It's just,
but this is, and this goes back to, a lot of people try to paint it like I was hating on Cardi. I love Cardi, from the same town. I support her no matter what. But when you have the success that she had on her first one out the gate, it's hard to match that. You can grow towards that, but the success she had off the first album, like what else is there to accomplish after that? You get what I'm saying? It's like she got everything off the first album. The looks that she got, the awards that she got, the accolades, everything she already has it. So now if this second album come out and she doesn't get those things, is that a failure?
That's what I'm saying.
But that's why I always land on the side of just let the music be dope. Mm-hmm. Fuck the accolades, fuck the metrics. Yeah. Let the music be dope. Gotta develop more as an artist. Like the Doechii. I didn't even know that was, y'all know I'm terrible with titles. That Anxiety record, I didn't even know that was Doechii. Mm-hmm. I had no clue that was a Doechii song. I hear that when I go in any department store, that shit is playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait, that's Doechii? I'm thinking just rap when it comes to Doechii, like getting her bars off. So to hear that, this is why you say female rap is not, because now you have to do more than just rap as a female. Mm-hmm. Give us some melodies. Give us some more pop. You know what I mean? Like lean a little more pop. So now I don't know who she worked with on this project. I'm sure they had the best of the best in the room with her though. So we just gotta wait to see what I'm not paying attention to the sales, if she gets nominated, because she has all of that in her belt already. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't want her to.
I want the music though. Mm-hmm. I want the music to be great. As long as the music is great job, Cardi.
All right, so we just pulled up the pre-save link on Apple Music, and it appears that track 22 and track 23 are up and WAP. Now that scares me a bit. Bodak Yellow was how old by the time Invasion of Privacy came out? It was a couple years, but at that time, the streaming rules were different, and that was helpful. It went towards your total. They have now changed that rule. Mm-hmm. So had that rule still been here, I would totally get why WAP would be on this album. Right. But the fact that has shifted scares me. Because what benefit is Up and WAP being on this album really going to do in the scope of things?
Now, to be fair, they are the last 2 tracks on the pre-order track list. So I don't know if, as far as the listen of the album, if it matters. But I don't like that though. I don't like Up and WAP being on this album.
Can you think of a time when there was a regime change at a label and an A-lister put out a project immediately following it? I cannot think of a time. No. Typically, when they do their musical chairs shit and people become different presidents or whatever, typically if that president signed you, you're getting dropped because the new regime is like, yo, I didn't sign you. You're not my act.
I'm starting to take that on.
But Cardi, of course, is A-list. So A-listers are going to stay there. Like, it's not like they were going to drop Justin Bieber when L.A. Reid left. Like, of course they're going to stay. Mm-hmm. But I've never heard of them putting music out right after there's a new president and a new system. I don't know. This is all odd. I hope it's great. But we spoke about outside, that. I don't know if that's the one. Maybe it'll grow. Maybe with a visual. It's a cool record, and I don't know if just a cool record is it right now. And which is fucked up to say, because it's, how hard it is to make a hit fucking record. It's like one of the hardest things in the world. And so to just say put one out, Cardi, is crazy to say, but I don't know if Outside is the one that like is gonna lead the momentum that is needed when you don't even know your new label president and you're just announcing shit.
But that's why I like what you just said about hit records. And that's why we have to start giving more, let's say, applause to the artists that consistently do that. It's not easy to make a hit record.
No.
Consistently make hit records is not
the hardest fucking thing.
No matter how talented you are.
So we got into a space where it became everything else other than the music. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a public relationship. Let's, go viral on doing this and do these dances. And then it's everything dressed up around the record, the hit records.
Records can't stand by themselves.
The records can't stand by themselves. So now, with this situation with Cardi, again, A-list, has all the accolades already off the first album, achieved things that most people in her genre will never achieve.
Every song was on Billboard.
Like, she has all of that.
She had like 10 hits on that, which is insane.
So now, sophomore album, first album since all of these accolades, had a lot of features in between it, good records in between it, but this is the first Cardi B album post the success of Invasion of Privacy. Now we got to get back to where are the hit records on this album. Looking at Up and WAP being there, I don't like that, but hey, it's 23 tracks, so those might not even matter.
But Maul, that's an oxymoron. Like what you just said was let's pay attention to music and not really pay attention to hits. But then you saying, all right, well, where are the hits? Because the 2 songs that Cardi dropped in between that when the album we thought was coming last year, those were really, really good songs. Like, objectively, those were really good songs, and they both came with a big visual.
Which songs are you talking about?
One of them was the freestyle, and the other one was the one that she kept teasing. I can't remember exact names. If Josh can.
Freestyle was dope. That's one that Offset directed, right? I think he directed the video. So. Yeah, that shit was hard, but it was also a freestyle. I don't even think Cardi in the label was like, this is a hit. I think it was, let's feed our fan base in the meantime.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was.
But they were, I mean,
like bongos, they were like, this, we're going to treat this like a hit. I think the freestyle joint that Cardi did was just to feed the fans at the time.
Yeah.
Which was hard, but like, they didn't do much post promo after that.
Okay, so yeah, one was called Enough Miami. And like Enough. I like Enough. I liked Enough a lot. And I think it was a good record. But like I said, it's really tough with female rappers right now. And I think that they're trying to, when she's dropping these songs, they're trying to judge their immediate success off her past immediate successes. And
it's like, not even.
You got to push a record. You got to let a record grow. Just because she's a superstar, treat this like this is just her sophomore album. Like treat her like this is her sophomore album. They're like trying to treat her like she's fucking.
No. You can't do that, baby D. Because you can't just treat it like it's just her sophomore album.
When it comes to pushing it, yes, you can. When it comes to how you push it and how you grow it, why can't you?
Because the success she had on the first, she is priority. She's an A-lister.
For sure. But,
so that you can't treat it just like a regular sophomore album.
What I'm saying is, if something is not working to what you think is working immediately, give it time. Put more money behind it and watch it grow. Don't just throw things out and be like, oh, this didn't go number one. On to the next. What are we doing? You can't do that. Because what we're seeing with the female rappers now is you have to give songs time to grow. You have to push them. You have to put more money behind them and give it time. You can't just say, throw this out and then hit number one next and then hit number one next. You can't do that. It's not going to work. That formula is gone when it comes to female rap dominance. We're out of that time.
But I don't even like saying female rap dominance. I think rap, period.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But I'm just talking about the years when the females were running rap. When you had the Cardi, the Megan, the Lotto. Like they were taking over everything. That was all you heard. All the number one songs were female songs. Like, so that's over with. That wave has like passed. So now it's like you got to treat it like regular rap where you're going to have to put some money behind it and some time behind it and some appearances behind it and let it grow organically. Not just it didn't hit number one like everything else did the first time.
But they gave Cardi time to they put joints out. She had time for something to take. And that's what I think they were doing. I think they were throwing joints out, trying to see what took off. Because I do feel like most of this music that we're going to hear, Cardi had been recorded this music. So I think they were just trying to see, again, because of the success of the first one, the labels had to wait until she put something out where it looked like it even had that type of heat.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's going to happen in this climate. So they need to come up with another way.
But again, if the music is good, it don't even matter. Yeah. If it's not, if it's the numbers... If the numbers aren't it matters to the label. It matters. We're gonna keep it. It matters to the label if the numbers are not where they want them to be. But as far as me just listening to Cardi's album, I just want to hear good music. Don't even tell me what it did first week. Don't care. I want to hear good music. I'm just looking for good music coming from Cardi B. That's it.
I mean, the barbers are gonna tell you the sales.
Oh no, the barbs they'll be right